Hi guys, here is our AI platform personalizer with RAG, and with this architecture we're able to have a personalizer AI platform. Okay, it is in French. Okay, sorry for that because of this project is ongoing, and initially the customer used to request this kind of infrastructure is a French company, so this is why it's in French. But depending on your request, on your comment also, you really want to maybe do this kind of video or in a course, a dedicated course for deployment or this kind of infrastructure. If you need a course about this one, or just comment out in this video course and I will, depending on the motivation on the replies, I will be able to generate new course or documentation or procedure for this kind of deployment. Okay, don't worry, let's go back on this. Yeah, here is the front-end interface that the end customer can have. This AI platform is just personalizer for a need. This one is for justice for a French-speaking company. Yeah, so it's for lawyer, for instance. This place permitted to lawyer to upload the whole documentation to the RAG, okay, part of this infrastructure, and we have also deployed the LLM model, okay, open source one. So in the front end part, you deploy the open UI, okay. If you maybe you may know this open source project for the web interface in the front end for the end users. So based on that, user can ask one question. Let me show you one question, for instance. So let's ask one question. This question is just a procedure for firing a person in the company. So what the Ivory Coast law say, for instance, or West Africa law say about this kind of procedure. So here we can get some feedback, okay, can get the answer, but this answer is retrieved, it is improved by the faster LLM model, okay? Because you have in this infrastructure, we have two models that we have implemented, okay? Two models, a 72 billion parameters model and an 8 billion parameter model. Both models have been implemented alongside of the RAG, okay, system that have been also implemented. And as you can see, the whole, okay, the question is asked, has been asked to the system, and the reply has been done, and the different source on which this reply has been based are all of them has been referenced here. Okay, I didn't upload much more documentation, so this is why we have 5 by default, and those ones I have repeated because I have just uploaded 10 documentation. Okay, so the much more five relevant documentation that has been retrieved from the request on the RAG part has been shown up here to the user. Okay, so we have developed an dedicated interfaces to permit to the end user to upload documentation. This is what we have done, and based on this metadata that has been referenced by the user, so the RAG system can be easily request on going through this documentation and retrieve its informations. Okay, so this is very interesting thing. So, and let me go to the architecture. Go back to the architecture that we have here. It is you can see it can HLD architecture. We have many layers of the user, the front user layers, or we have a web interface that you can see here. This interface, for instance, is for the front-end users interface. We have the administrative part for the RAG part, for upload documentation and so on, for the administrative part also. We have also an API interface for if you maybe someone else would like to connect to this platform and interact with this platform also. We have implemented an API REST interface, this one also. And the backend part, we have many layers. So we have API gateway layers, okay, which orchestrate all requests coming from the web interface. Also, the requests coming from the administration interface part. Okay, we have an index which handle the web interface requester and so on. And we have route manager, the authentication part of monitoring also has been implemented. The Redis cache, okay, for repetitive question from users. Okay, so those information are being cached locally with Redis. And we have the model layers. Okay, we have implemented. Let me just, yeah, maybe we can have a better view. I hope so. We have implemented two models. Okay, we have the first model. This is the one that we have at the moment. This one, it is the first model one that I've used. Okay, and we have also the expert model, which is much more bigger one. It is the 72 billion parameter model also that we have implemented. I have not yet activated for the video, but we have implemented. You will see the virtual machine based on which this one is. And this layer, this in say third layers or fourth layers is the RAG layers. I've used the Chrome DB for the vectorizer database. Okay, so I've used this one, and with different kind of data of documentation that can be uploaded in the system is PDF, docs, TXT, and also images, because you can scan data. Data can be the documentation can be scanned, okay, image type documentation. So all those kind of documentation or data can be uploaded, and your RAG system can be able to going through this those information and retrieve the relevant information for the user based on its request. Yeah. And regarding the infrastructure part, okay, we have it's based on virtual machine, because it's a POC. Just for this test environment that we have right now that I'm showing to you, it is based on the virtual machine. Okay, and here is we have 5 virtual machines and networks, just the same very basic and simple networks that we have implemented, and storage also based on LVM, so storage parts for the segmentation parts. So let me show you the VMs. Okay, from the infrastructure point of view, the wish list. So by this way, you can see all nodes that we have in our deployment at the moment. So we have the first VM, so where we have the faster model. We have this VMs for the RAG part, the gateway API server, and the web interface virtual machine. And the last one is the much more bigger node, which is this one where we have the LLM 72 billion parameter one. Okay, it is and all those one are based on the CPUs. Okay, it is you deploy it on this physical machine which have a CPU. You don't have the GPUs, just because of on this deployment. But in our local deployment, it is just a POC that we have done, so don't need to have GPUs. But anyway, it's worked perfectly. Okay, just for demo and slow, very test request, it's working very perfectly. Okay, you can reproduce it in your environment if you have enough resources in your environment. So let me, what can I do? Okay, let me go on run node, for instance. This node, for instance, is a web, yeah, where we have other, I think, yeah. It's for the web interface parts, okay, where we have other, okay, this web interface is based on the it is an open source project. As I've told you initially, it's an open source project that we can use also for your deployment, just to handle the front-end part, okay, but of the brain is on the back end. Okay, we should be able to implement a very good brain part to let these systems of the open UI be able to show you up very relevant answer to your questions. Okay, of course, you can all those all on those information can be customized if you like, because this project is an open source project, but it is a community project. Okay, but there is also the paying version. In the paying version, you can be able to remove all those one, and also the those icons, you can remove them. Okay, you can remove all those icons if you like. Yeah, it's possible, definitely. Okay, great. So let's move on. And what else I have to show you? We have others node. So you for let's go to the fast model. This fast model. 44, yeah, I think, yeah. Okay, this one is a fast model. You see it is based on Mistral. Okay, depend on the project that we are using those models because they support both language, French and English. Okay, because depending on your project that we intend to deploy, we have to know what are the different capabilities of those models. Not all models are suitable for all projects. So you should know your customer need, the characteristic of your custom needs, and we can apply those one to the existing model and choose which one is suitable for your deployment. And also, what are your customer budget, because we can, depending on the parameters of the model, if you have to invest on some kind of servers. Okay, some kind of servers, because you can have and when I'm talking about servers, I'm talking specifically about the CPUs. Not all CPU or GPUs are suitable for all tasks. Don't over investing, don't under investing. So you have to know clearly your customer need. It's how many users is intended to have in our environmental, and how should be the progression of those users across the times. Based on those parameters, you can easily sizing which kind of nodes can I have on the day 0, on the day 2, and so on, or after 1 year, 2 years, and so on. So all those information are very definitively relevant for you before be able to sizing your infrastructure for this kind of deployment. So this is what I would like to show with you, to share with you. I hope that you gather very interesting information. And as I said, if this content helps you, okay, don't forget to just comment out on this video, and I will be very pleased to give some advices on this one. And this kind of video is a little bit new, because we are mainly specialized in the cloud environment and architecture. It is just a new customer request that you receive in this environment of AI implementation, because we are specialized in the infrastructure part. Okay, so depending on your questions, we can go deeper on those some part of this video, or develop other kind of video, and just that pleased you. Okay, because of the IT world are shaping. Okay, there are big changes that are coming, and we as a specialist in this domain also have the obligation to give much more advices on those trends. Okay, so thank you very much again, and have a very good day, and don't forget to share, comment, and like this video. Bye for now.